Love was simple 20 years ago. Romance was simple. You know, we've complicated things. I want to make a love story, but I want to make, I want to do Bridges of Madison County with Shah Rukh Khan.
He came down the steps and he says, "Yeah, what a movie you guys have made. It's such an incredibly special film." He was genuinely moved, and we were really delighted to have his eyes on it.
It was actually after the disaster of Katti Batti, and she said that you have to stop worrying about the Friday and start thinking about the Monday. And I think that is something that I took very seriously.
Hi, this is Madhu Bhojwani.
Hi, this is Nikkhil Advani.
This is Monisha Advani, and you're watching us on ETimes.
Hello and welcome to ETimes. My name is Jagarsha, and today we have with us the people who are actually changing the way we have new content coming in. We've got Nikkhil Advani, Madhu Bhojwani, and Monisha Advani. Technically, if I can say, it's your two's 10 years in the business. First release is D-Day 2013.
Yes,
How does the 10 years have gone by for two of you?
I feel very old. It's a decade. Decade is a long time. But I think it feels good to look back on this time and see how far we've come. Yeah.
A lot has changed, and then a lot hasn't. Because the three of us still walk into the office hoping every day that the lights will come on, and we still leave the office wondering कि भाई कल काम पे वो लोग वापस आ जाएंगे या उनको डरा दिया हमने. So honestly, I think these 10 years have been very hectic, very grueling. Having worked in other businesses, I can honestly tell you I've never worked as hard as this business makes us work, and also never felt as rewarded as this business makes us feel.
Do you fear that light will come on?
Not anymore. Not anymore. I think that the one big thing that we Monisha comes up with pearls of wisdoms. Very rarely, but she does come up with some pearls of wisdom.
Rarely.
One of them was that, listen, you have to stop worrying. It was actually after the disaster of Katti Batti, and she said that you have to stop worrying about the Friday and start thinking about the Monday. And I think that is something that I took very seriously. And we really went at it, and making sure that the lights will be on Monday. And a big part of that is thanks to Madhu, because she makes sure she'll drive. Just the other day we were sitting with some friends, and I went and they showed me her phone. Apparently, I am the one person who speaks to her the most in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Mrs Chatterjee versus Norway. Was it like when the film did well at box office? It was a small film, did good numbers, got a lot of recognition for the director, the producers, the actor as well. Was it validation that, we took a bet on the right horse?
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think that there's any other takeaway from that. I think if we go back to the journey of where Mrs Chatterjee versus Norway started, it came as an idea to Nikhil. He bounced it to Monisha immediately, within minutes of having heard it. And he told her, put down everything, read this, we have to make this. She looked at it, then it came to me, I heard it, and in unison we said we have to do this. And 24 months hence, that conviction held good, because you had a studio that backed you, you had an actor who has not worked out of her comfort zone in terms of a studio, and comes on board, and then you have a team that works so hard against all odds during COVID and makes this happen. And I think the universe really conspired, because there wasn't a better time for a film like this to have released, because it was very relevant at the time that it came out. It's very relevant even today. So yeah, it was complete validation, and I don't think that any of us were ever nervous. I don't think any of us ever felt that it is not going to work. And the fact that we, dug our heels and said that this is going to be a theatrical release, despite the fact that the low-hanging fruit is, let's take small films to OTT directly, and with a female protagonist. There was the temptation to do that, but we dug our heels in, and the result is before you.
Like Rani said that Aditya Chopra think that it's the best film of the year. Imagine he's the one who produced Pathan.
Yeah.
Touchwood. And he said that to us.
Really?
He complimented all three of us.
Yeah.
He came up to me I remember I had gone for a meeting at YRF, and he came down the steps and he says, "Yeah, what a movie you guys have made.
Lovely.
It's such an incredibly." I mean, I don't think we'd be sitting here enjoying this validation if it wasn't for the fact that she literally on absolute faith, when Nikhil has picked up the phone almost 20 years later and asked her to read a script, reads it, immediately calls in, and we knew we had a film, but we had a film with a very special actor. You know, I think you can't say enough about her. We've had the good fortune to work with some really great actors and stars as well. But that lady just is in a league of her own. I think, you know, I hope she continues to come to audiences in all the forms that she can. She's fantastic.
And she's already, I think she's won 2 awards already. In fact, I messaged her this morning and I told her, I said, I hope you've made room on your shelf, because hopefully there's more to come, you know, in the year as the award season come around. She's done a phenomenal job.
Now, one of the biggest compliments I heard for Emmay was when Oppenheimer released. People said, Rocket Boys dekh lo yaar, better hai usse. How did you all take that part?
The thing is that Madhu is a tough nut to crack, and she's very hard exterior. But when she sees, you know, that, you know, what you are trying to do, she fully
Backed us.
Yeah. And I think that if a director can take one frame of Oppenheimer ever in their lifetime, then they should stop directing. For me, Oppenheimer is that.
Yeah.
I think it's an incredible.
True.
But I don't think Nolan can make Rocket Boys with the budget that and Madhu made Rocket Boys at. So I think that is an achievement.
Yeah.
I think that is a massive achievement. I think that the fact that he was not daunted by the task that was given to him. In a sense, as a debut director, I did Kalona Ho, but I had Kuch Kuch Hota and Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham to back me up, right? I had the people who had made that, and they had made that into, it was almost formulaic, right? In the sense, you had Shah Rukh, and you had great music, and you had big stars, and you had big production value, and you had, but to do that as, you know, 2 scientists, and who's going to watch it, right? And who's going to tell, oh, this can be such a boring story.
Yeah.
So I think that is something that Abhay and his team cracked very well.
Okay, so you're back to the direction with Veda. So I've been told that it's also again something which has happened in history, sometimes happened in past. Is that what has now triggered in you that I want to make stories which have happened as a director?
No, not really. Not so much. Yes and no. It makes my life simpler because I already have a precedent that is there, a story that is there. But more because I'm going to turn 53 next year. 53, no? 53. I don't want to be just, if I want to make a love story, I'm dying everywhere I go. They say 20 years of Kalo now, why don't you do it again? Do another version of it. I keep saying, yeah, 6 din ladki and all the girls will be protesting outside the office. If I have Preeti Zinta standing in a corridor looking through the glass and 2 men are sitting on the deathbed of one and saying कि इस जन्म में वो तेरी हो गई और अगले 6 जन्म में वो मेरी होगी.
Beat them up.
The women will be just burn the house down. Love was simple, 20 years ago. Romance was simple. We've complicated things.
How you can say
And
that,
so,
Nick?
yeah, I just feel that now I want to make a love story, but I want to make. I want to do Bridges of Madison County with Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, bapre.
I haven't found it as yet.
No, but I agree. It's difficult to make romantic stories now. It's kind of getting difficult.
I'm my favorite director nowadays is Clint Eastwood. I'm trying to see what, and he's 80s now, almost 90. What a lovely
the man
director.
still goes on.
But what a lovely director.
Look
What
at
lovely
every frame.
stories he keeps talking and telling. So yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, guys.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
All the very
thanks,
best for
Thank you
next
so
next
much.
10 years.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.